against the harsh reality that despite our rhetoric, attempts to negotiate, isolate, and sanction, the fact is the Iranians continue to use their proxies against United States interests and continue to pursue nuclear weapons. Therefore, one must conclude the obvious, that our policy has failed, and it has failed miserably. What can we do? First and foremost, begin to treat Iran as the strategic enemy they truly are, and that our strategic objective is regime change. Therefore, use all the elements of national power against them, and as such, develop a strategic competitive framework that counters every major interest the Iranian regime engages in. And yes, of course, seek international support and cooperation. But regardless of the amount of support we receive from the IC, we must act. For example, just to name a few, seize the financial interests which are outside of Iran. As many of you know, when Khomeini and the mullahs took over Iran, they seized the Shah's business interests and are actually operating them. They are multi-billionaires as a result of it. We know where those interests are, and we can seize them as we have successfully done with the Al-Qaeda's financial interests around the world. Limit their ability to trade by denying their ships entry to ports around the world. Stop the refining operation that others in the world are assisting the Iranians with. Limit the ability of their central bank to operate effectively. We have the #1 cyber attack capability in the world, and nobody is close to it. Conduct offensive cyber campaign against selected military and economic interests inside of Iran. Conduct covert operations led by the Central Intelligence Agency in cooperation with other agencies to target the Quds Force and their proxies, and certainly to influence the pursuit of nuclear weapons. What a lost opportunity we had in the summer of 2009, the Persian Spring, when we did not speak up and support what the people of Iran were doing. In my view, these measures have some chance to compel a behavior change, or possibly even the regime to fall, because you want these sanctions and targeted operations to have a major impact on the people. This much I do know. If we continue the half measures of the past, the Iranians will continue to kill us, will continue to sponsor terrorism and use their proxies against our interests, and will continue to pursue nuclear weapons. The next nightmare for the world is around the corner, an unchecked Iran with nuclear weapons. This will lead to a nuclear arms race in the Middle East, and as my fellow Defense Policy Board member, Henry Kissinger, has stated publicly, it is inevitable there will be a nuclear exchange in the Middle East, and the world will change forever. This is unacceptable. And of all of the measures that I mentioned, and they are just a few of what can be done, if all of those measures fail to stop the Iranian pursuit of nuclear weapons, then we must attack that capability militarily to shut it down and delay this program and buy time for the Iranian people. What other choice do we have? What other choice do we have? To attempt to contain a nuclear Iran? I think not. That risk is far too great for the world. Thank you very much.